Okay, so to close with the two topics that we just learned, the absolute PPP and the relative PPP, it's important that I make an acknowledge by the end. Well, it is important for you to know that all of this with absolute PPP or relative PPP, well, it's called the law of one price, right? That's what we learned in the very first video. But scientifically, it's not the best theory. It's a very old theory from the 60s, 70s, and it only cares about inflation. And in the next class, we're going to learn what is also important apart from inflation. So it doesn't work that exact as maybe other theories, but it gives you an idea of how the prices of exchange rates can move. And it's also important because this is the core of everything in international finance, that inflation affects the price of the exchange rate. That's why it's important that you learn this, but it's also important that you know that it's not the best theory. We have even better theories. So here in the end of the presentation, I have two general conclusions. What says that the PPP in absolute or in relative, especially in relative version, works well with periods of high inflation and also in large periods of time. So it works more or less well under those circumstances, but it's also important that you are aware that it's not the best theory. In the next class, we're going to continue building on theory, but it was very important that you know about the core, because otherwise the next theory will be quite confusing. So it's only like an knowledge for what we have just learned.